Well, hello there, Stampers. I've got another card scene for you today, and this one is using the Ringed with Nature stamp set. And I'm using it for a housewarming card because I'm pulling in this house and just some foliage, and we're making it very festive. So I think this would be a great card for anybody who is celebrating having a new home. So here we go. We're going to get going here. And I'm going to start with our main panel. Now you're going to probably really like the way this comes together. So I'm going to do Boho Blue first and a blending brush. And I'm going to bring that blue up here about 2/3 of the way up the cardstock. Now I need to make like a little swoop here for the walkway for the house. So I'm just took my brush and went like that, like a backward C. And then on this side, I'll bring it in, but not meet up with the other side. And that gives you that walkway that we want. And I'm going to add some more color up here. There we go. Now this is our ground area. And I'm doing this monochromatic. I just kind of like this look for a card. It's something different. So now I need to put my sky in. And I'm going to use Starry Sky, of course. That would be a good one, right? And I want it pretty dark up here. For our sky, so our lights, when we put them in, will show up really nice. There we go, and that's like the top third of the cardstock. And now we're going to stamp our house. This house comes in 2 pieces in this set. You have the roof and another stamp for the actual house part. Now I'm going to stamp the house in this Starry Sky. I want it to show up real nice and bright. And I want that walkway to be down right at the front door. So bring it down, and you want to stamp this house so that it is in that Boho Blue area, not in the Starry Sky area. So there is our house. And now we need our roof. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the roof part in this Boho Blue, just to give some contrast on our house, between the house and the roof. There we go. How about that for a house? And it needs some lights in the window, I think. So I'm just going to bring in a white gel pen here. And right here at the peak of the house, I'm just going to put a line here just to separate the two. That brings that forward. I'm going to add some of this white gel pen. Now this is a Sigma white gel pen, and I purchased it from Amazon. I'm just adding some of that white in the windows. Some of those windows are really tiny, but I want it to look like a real warm house. So it needed some light in the windows. So there we have our white there. And let's put our lights in here. So I'm going to go ahead and make some lines. I want some swooping lines here. And, just a few here, a few there. Just like we have party lights just hung up everywhere above this house. And then after you get some lights in, we're just going to go ahead and put dots along the lines for our party lights. This is so simple. Now, I'm not real good at doing these lights like a certain distance apart. You just go for it. Nobody's going to be measuring. This white gel pen makes quick work of it. Got one more here. I do put these dots kind of on the underside of the line, like they're hanging down. So there is our party lights. And I like that look. Okay, so now I want some flowers down here at the bottom. We have this image here from the Ringed with Nature stamp set. This is a good filler for your foreground for this. So I'm just going to add some flowers here. And I'm just doing them kind of at different heights. Oh, I did stamp that one really well. We'll just over stamp it a little bit here. There we go. And I think I want just a couple over here on that side. Okay, and that was done with Starry Sky. And then I'm going to take the Starry Sky blending brush and add some color here on this corner and on this corner. Kind of back those plants there. That really kind of helps bring that sidewalk forward too. And I did notice that I have quite a bit of light here at the side of my house. I think I'm going to try to get rid of that. I'm just going to put some more Boho Blue here. There we go. I got rid of that. So now my walkway makes a little more sense. And there is our main panel. Now for the Celebrate, I brought in this awesome die set. It's called Wanted to Say Dies. This is a big set. It has this Celebrate, which I cut out in white for the fine detail part. And then for the backing, I use that Starry Sky, and it has a piece that just outlines that whole white piece. So this really stands out on your cardstock. I also cut two of these star groupings here to use. I have them right here, and I cut them out of basic white also. I use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this. So there I have my stars and my sentiment piece. So those are done, and this is a really nice set. It has happy birthday in it, has flowers, it has a bow, it has a present, it has a stem for the flowers. It also has, or Feel Better Soon, I think it says Feel Better Soon. It's hard to read some of these dies. And You're Too Kind. So that's just really cute. So there is that. So there's our embellishments, and I'm going to go ahead and put my Celebrate on. I'm just going to glue it on. Using multi-purpose glue for this. And I'm not going to overload it because I don't want it to gush out. You know how that is, right? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of angle this, get it on this cardstock here. Our main panel is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then I cut this panel here to measure 2 7/8 by 4 7/8. So I'm going to put those together. There we go. There is the front scene for our card. Now I have a card base here, and this is Boho Blue, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. Now I folded it in half to create my quarter card. And inside I added a Starry Sky panel that's 4 by 5 1/4, and a basic white panel that's 3/4 by 5. On the front, I'm going to have a Starry Sky panel, and this was embossed with one of the great embossing folders that comes in this basic 3D embossing folder pack. Now this is item number 161598, and it's one of the exclusives on my store that you can pick up. And this is not in the catalog, but it has some great embossing folders. These are the big, heavy 3D embossing folders. It has this dotted one. I think this is awesome. So many uses for that. And then we have one that makes it look like linen. And it's not that real fine linen that you can hardly see. It's like a good size linen stripes in it. And then it has like a whole one that's like a whole bunch of starfish together. So those three are really nice to have. Again, it's the basic 3D embossing folders. And I'm going to have all the sizes for these card panels down below this video. Just click show more and you'll see them all there, along with all the product links. So one more thing I want to do, I just want to run some string, some of this Baker's Twine. Now this pack is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. It has a bunch of different colors in it, neutral colors, which I really like. I'm just going to take a mini glue dot and stick it on the back of this panel here. That's where I'm going to start my thread. I'm just going to start winding it around here. I'm going to go over this corner here in a second. Let's see, let's come over the corner, back around. You know, you just go around it as many times as you want to. And then I'm going to go ahead and press that into that glue dot along with that other piece, or you could use another glue dot. I might do that just so it's really secure. I'll cut that off. Let's just add another glue dot here. Stick those in. There, now they're nice and secure. We have our string going on. It kind of mimics the lights. So I'm just going to add some of those stars that we cut out. I have two sets of them here. They're really cute. They have the little marks in the middle of them to make them look like they have some texture. So I'm just going to cut these apart. So I have 2 stars and 3 star group then. And I'm going to use mini glue dots to adhere these on. I'm just going to add 1 to the big star in this 3 grouping. Let's see, let's put it like that. And then this, we'll add a mini glue dot to the largest one in that grouping. And add it here. Now I'm adding it as close to the sides as I can because you're not going to see them if you put them too far in. I need to cut this apart too. And then I'm just going to use the one that has 2 on it for this other side. So glue dot and stick. There we go. So now I'm going to put this panel on our card base here, and I'm just going to glue it on. And I'm going to go right over those strings, or that Baker's Twine. I keep on wanting to call it string. It's Baker's Twine. Like, Michelle, I won't be able to find it if you don't call it the right name. Okay. So there I have it, and you can move these around to make them look a little better if you want. But I just like that that they mimic those lights in our scene. So there is our card front, and now I just need to put our main panel on here. And I'm going to put it kind of over to, just shift it over to the left side a little bit, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for this. Okay, now I have the backs off of my Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm just going to add this to my card here, and I'm going to kind of have it centered over to the right side a little bit. Take a look at it, kind of like that. I'm going to press it down. So there is my finished card front. Inside it's finished. And that's our project for today. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you give it a try. Thanks for joining me today. Toodles!